Hey guys, it's Evan here. I promised yesterday I would finish up the nature part of the cube for the OCG cube, but it is a lot of work. I didn't realize how long it would take to talk about 25 cards. I have maybe the first 7 or 8 done, and that took about 10 minutes, so I'm going to try and re-record just the creatures, and I believe there's 13 creatures for nature. I'm going to try and re-record those in under 10 minutes and put that up as one video, and then try and do the spells after that. Because right now I just had them kind of all lumped together. I don't know how long it's going to take, and this cube thing, it's going to be months before I even start to print it, so like I said, it's going to be a slow process that I'm putting these up here just so you guys can give me your input if you have any. A lot of people might not even know these OCG cards. So it's something a little different. We're going to League tomorrow, Chris and I. He's not with me currently, which is why there is actually a Skeeter Swarmer right here. That is supposed to be a refi, so I'm actually going to profile the 2 decks we are going to be playing at League tomorrow night. I really don't care. League is fun. I don't mind showing my decks, especially since we aren't going to have money for anything from base tomorrow. Basically, for these 2 decks, we want 2 Holy Oz and like 4 barrages, which is not going to happen, but we're going to try for as much as we can, honestly. If anyone has some stuff to trade at Lone Star Arlington tomorrow night, let us know. We've got like a playset of Potato Gun Glurgles that we're looking to get rid of, maybe an extra Bolt Tail, a lot of extra rares. We don't play aggro so much, so we'll probably get rid of some Splinter Claws if anyone wants those. We've got a lot of stuff, so we'll bring our binder and let you guys know. So this is my, I guess, very basic now, Fire, Water, Dark control after everyone's been doing testing. This seems to be what most people are playing, is something very similar to this. So that's not supposed to be a Skeeter Swarmer. That is actually supposed to be another refi, so there's 3 refis in this deck. I like refi better because I'm not playing light, obviously. If I was playing light, I wouldn't be playing refi. But since I'm playing Water, Dark, Fire, currently the split between these two is 2-3, meaning in this deck, the build you're going to see right now, there is 3 Skeeter Swarmers and 2 refis, but really that's supposed to be swapped. There's supposed to be 3 refis and 2 Skeeter Swarmers. Chris just has his extra refi in his battle decks because he plays with his niece and nephew a lot. So there's those. Those guys are awesome. Turn 2, just a pain to get rid of. And if you're playing water, you're going to play 3 logo scans, you just can't get around that, so you need your +1. There you go. And something I kind of picked up from CVH and Corey, I really like teching the 1 spy mission because when you hit that in shields, it's just such a beating. They go in, they just got 1 guy or whatever, they're like, oh, I'm just going to get this one little bit of an advantage. Attack your shield. Yeah, no, I'm drawing 2 cards off of this. So one of those. And this is a card I've liked less and less and less the more I play with it, but you just have to until we get something better. I mean, some people are playing Seneschal, but I'm playing Control. I don't like attacking when I don't have to. So there's 3 Hydra Spies. I don't really like them. It's that 1,000 power. I wish this was 4 for 2. I'm fine with the mana cost. It's the power right there. Like, Fumes is so much better because it has that 2,000 power. It kills this, kills a lot of other things. So, but you got to play the 3, so there's 3 of them. I brought this up from 1. Originally I was only playing 1 Frogzuka, but I just never drew it, and then I would die to Gila Flame. So I like 2. It's a little cloggy, but I like 2. So 2 Frogzukas, and 2 reprints. Originally, I was digging this card so much, playing 3 in all of my control decks. I'm only playing 2 in here because I feel 3 is cloggy, and the other deck that one of us is going to play tomorrow, it needs just a single, and we only have 3. So it works well to split them 2-1. So we got 2 here. These guys are still really good, just a little cloggier than I imagined. Because the game is actually faster than people give it credit for. It's not fast compared to Duel Masters, but it's definitely fast enough to where 3 reprints Glurgles is bad. I've got 2 Spectre Claws because on turn 2 this card's awesome, and then if you top deck it when they only have 1 card in hand, gets you some good advantage. Not the greatest thing ever, but it's also pretty good. Once we see a Cranium Clamp or something like that, this will never get played again, but for now, it's nice. And sometimes when you hit it in the triggers and they have a couple cards in hand, it's fun to just get 1 out. So there's 2. And here's the 2 Skeeter Swarmers I was telling you about. There's 3 really, but only 2, honestly, so 2. And, God, I didn't give this guy nearly enough credit whenever he was in the stream. Man, this guy is good. You just sit him there, and then he's a threat, and he blocks. Like, I don't swing with him until it's the very last turn, but even then, that's amazing. So 2 Dream Pirates. Continuing on, the Tech 1 Skull Cutter to get rid of big guys without a Terror Pit. It's always nice. Not the greatest card ever, but it's a fun tech card. I like playing 1. And I know Corey's going to yell at me for this. I'm only running 2 Fumes because I think 3 is cloggy, especially with the 2 Spectre Claws. But Corey always yells at me for not running 3. Maybe after League and I see it's bad to only run 2, maybe I'll go up to 3, but from my testing, I've seen 2 is the perfect number. And I mean, look at this. I want these in promos. That would be so nice, getting 2 fumes per... just, those promos from Walmart are beautiful. I just hope my store has them whenever I have money, which will not be tomorrow, sadly. But 2 fumes, the pride and joy of this deck. I didn't like this card for the longest time, and then I tested it in an awesome Fire Dark aggro build, and that deck is sweet, but I was proxying barrages and stuff before they came out, so that's why it was a lot better. It was like, had Black Feathers, the draw engine. It was really nice. I just don't have the card's ability yet. Maybe in a couple weeks, once we get our box, our 2 boxes or so, then I'll be able to. But for now, 2 Bat Breaths, they're good finishers, which is kind of weird to say, but I think Gorby and CVH covered this a lot in their card of the day, or card of the week, or whatever it is. They don't like playing him early. I do, just because he's good removal early. If your opponent keeps like beating down with the Seneschal or something, just kill it with this. Other than that, he wins you games. The only way to really get rid of him is Terra Pit, Bone Blades, Return to Soil, all those, the level 4 stuff. He doesn't die to a lot of creatures. I mean, the big creatures obviously do. But a lot of times they don't want to waste they really don't want to waste their Bolt Tail on this. I mean, it's not a waste considering he still stays there, but that's wasting a turn. But I like Scared Orbital. Not the greatest card, not the worst. I think this is one of the best super rares. After playtesting with Alcadius and Skycrusher, they're good cards. They're just so slow. This one's probably the fastest out of all the super rares, but then again, it doesn't double break. So, got 2 of them. I don't ever want 3 in a deck. 2 is a good amount, unless I'm playing that Fire Dark Rush, or Fire Dark Aggro. That was really good. I never tried 3, but I think 3 would be good. So continuing on, we've only got 2 Bone Blades. You ask me why 2? Because, honestly, 3 is overkill. I've been testing it, and yeah, it kills Gila-Flame and a lot of other things, but most of the things that it does kill, you don't really care about killing them. Like, I've seen people Bone Blades of Fumes, and I'm like, you're probably not going to win that game if you're doing that. I like having 2 in case, a Gila-Flame swings in your shields and hits them, or they have a treble blocker that costs less than 4. I just don't think it's the greatest card, so I'm only playing 2. I like having a single Death Smoke, because it's cheap. If you have to skip mana 1 turn, and they get to the Tatsurian before you do, kill it. Death Smoke. It's not the best card, but that's why there's only 1. And, if you're playing Darkness, there's really no excuse. Even in my aggro, Fire Darkness aggro, I was playing 3 Pits. Although in that deck, I was also playing 3 Bone Blades to maximize the effect of Black Feather. But here, it's control. You need 3 of these. You can't give me an excuse for not playing 3. So there's 3. And this card I've liked less and less and less and less as more cards have come out. This card was awesome during the battle decks, and then it's gonna, I think, eventually fade into obscurity. But right now I'm still playing 1 just because, when you're on the play, and then on their turn 6, they play Tatsurian and don't have anything to attack with, and you come back on your turn 7, play a mana, and then kill it, that's a lot of advantage, but it's just like Death Smoke where it's not that useful, but with the body this thing's really nice. So, still just 1. A single Comet Missile. I learned this from, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was someone on Earth Power's team who was teching 1 or 2 Comet Missiles in a control deck, and they're horrible if you're playing against aggro. But almost everyone's playing control now, so it's nice to just have this 1 card. If it's in your opener, just always throw it in mana, but if you pull it late game, right before you're about to swing, and they have like a Keeper of Twilight or something out, and it's, way bigger than the rest of your guys, you don't feel like sacrificing 1 to get the rest of the hit in, just kill it. 1 of those. And wow, this card, I cannot believe how poorly I rated this in the stream, but after playtesting, it's amazing, really. It kills so many good things. So many creatures have 2,000 power. Now, of course, Morna, the new Gatling Sky Terror Morna, is going to be way better, especially in this deck. I just don't have it yet. So right now I play the little Sky Terror, little Hissy. I really like this card for the time being. Probably phase it out eventually. But even then, the 3 for 2 is pretty nice compared to like Morna's. I think it's 7 for 7, so there we go. Another card that I rated very poorly in the stream was Overcharge. It's not so good in this deck. I want this to become a Barrage, and I want to get another Barrage in here eventually. Have 2, maybe 3, I'm not sure. I think 2 is a good number, but Overcharge is the only mass removal I have since I don't have Barrage, so it's still good. In this deck, it's not so great, but I've had some turns where I've killed 4 creatures, and that's been really, really good. So just 1 Overcharge. The other deck I'm playing, I think, runs 2 or 3. 2 Gila-Flames. I would like this to be 3, but I only have 5, and the other deck is more of an aggro deck, so I figured that one needs the 3 and this one needs the 2. Anyways, in control, you're not going to be using this to swing like you do in aggro. You're going to do it's repeatable removal. So 2 Gila Flames for repeatable removal. I like these 3 flames right here, not because of anything in Dojo. In fact, during the heavy Dojo meta, I was only playing 2. But now that I know base set's going to be out tomorrow, I'm terrified of Hyperspeed Dragon. Like, really, I'm terrified of that card. So, 3 Tornado Flames. We got a single Tatsurian for the easy removal and good double breaker, and we're going to finish it off with 3 Bolt-tailed Dragons because you need them. They finish games right then and there. So that was Fire, Water, Dark control, and I'll be back in just a second for Fire, Water, Light aggro, I guess. It's very similar to Corey's deck.